I mean, we were just sitting back, you know, chopping it up, reminiscing about the good old days and all that.
Every year, me and some friends get together for an epic camp trip. It's a tradition that I spend the whole year looking forward to and getting ready for. Life can get busy, but we always find time for our yearly trip. It's always a great time, filled with exploration, nights around the campfire catching up, camp antics.
How does it look, man?
Looking dang, dude.
Time for Pit 2020.
And of course, we got the exceptional beers. This year, everyone came out to Idaho. I plan to show them a small glimpse of what the state has to offer. JP flew in.
Made it! The most full send camp trip yet.
Yeah, for some of us, we'll have 14 hours.
I'm about to hit that 28-hour drive with you guys back.
And Jake and Matt made the grueling drive from Southern California. When they got in, we shared a couple of beers, spent the night relaxing and catching up. We hit the road early the next morning, making a pit stop at Haley Skate Park. Around mid-afternoon, we pulled into our first night's campsite, Alturas Lake. I grew up camping here in the summer. It was one of my favorite spots, and I have a lot of awesome memories here. We explored around the inlet, dipped our toes in the water, hung out by the beach, and I got to fly my drone a little bit. The next morning started with a good meal to get us ready for the long hike ahead. started our hike at Pettit Lake, the Tin Cup Trailhead, just a couple miles north. Just got to camp. It's 4:11. See when they show up.
Waiting, keeping up with the Joneses, baby.
$4.51.
None of you guys fall behind.
We're in packs, man.
What?
When you're in even packs, you just...
Alright. Just got shit set up. Got the batteries charging. Never grow up, man. We spent the first night camping at Alice Lake. It's always kind of my goal on these trips to get up early and spend as much time awake as I can. Can always sleep at home. This first day I got lucky enough to catch a little cutthroat trout, which happens to be the state fish. I was a small little guy, but I was pretty stoked on him. In the morning we saw a couple of hikers pass our camp, and they had some llamas that were muling up their gear. I didn't think the trip could get any more beautiful, but day 2 really exceeded day 1 when we got to Snowy Side Peak, and just the view of Twin Lakes and the other side of the valley was amazing. The trail wasn't nearly as grueling as we thought. On our descent towards Toxaway, we caught up with the llamas that we saw in the morning. We made our descent onto a bunch of really cool waterfalls, some really old rock formations. Until we finally made it to Toxaway Lake. Mosquitoes are super abundant. I tried to fish at night and wasn't very successful. It was pretty windy. Camped here. The boys hung up the hammocks, got bivvy set up. The third day was the hike out, and on these camp videos I don't get too much footage on the hike out. I tend to be pretty tired, and for whatever reason the last day always tends to be the hardest. But we all made it, and we hit the road back.
Right two!
That was a perfect entry.
On the last day, got to relax and showed the boys the Boise River. Spent the day floating it. And they wanted to try their luck at the Whitewater Park. turns out the wave's a little harder than you might think, but there's always next time. Got home, it's always awesome to see the family again after being gone for a couple days. Boys took off, making their way through Oregon. It's always sad when the trip comes to an end. Sometimes we spend so long planning the trip, and the actual trip itself seems to go by so fast. But with the end of this trip comes the beginning of another trip, and an opportunity to plan something else out that'll be memorable. And they stopped one last time for one last night of camping. And they cracked a couple of the last hours on the trip. This one really passed by in the blink of an eye, but now we get to look forward to the next year, the year after that. So until next time, see you later. Feel you.